Hello everyone, I am Renown Zero, and we are back again talking about more Rippaverse attractors. Of course, we got him, boys. We finally exposed Big Bad Eric July, what he's really doing. Obviously, I'm joking, but it's just crazy how people in my comments like to make up things, and I just like to put it out, and it's hilarious. So as of this recording, currently sitting at $1,673,895. 14,412 total purchasers. It ends, of course, on August 27th. 9,880 cover A's is closing in on 10,000. 10,411 cover B's is the cover by Ethan Van Sciver. 3,407 cover C's by Shane Davis, with almost 1,300 books donated. So, congrats to the people who have donated. I will be putting in a donation soon. Maybe not this week, but maybe the next paycheck. But we got him, boys. Apparently, this is Eric's custom EStore. He can make things look great if he needs to. This is not on the two crowdfund sites. A pity, since if he was on Kickstarter, it would be more transparent. If he has an audit and post receipts, ISOM 2 might actually come close to number 1. One reason being the eBay completed sales are a solid $54 to $194, but I've seen it for actually more than that for a copy. As of now, we'll see. If it matches, it will be a miracle, since you have Ethan and Masterson telling their audience about Book 1's weak points, and then you have unhappy buyers sharing their opinion. Again, Dick Masterson did not put any criticism or critique on the book at all. The dummy literally asked about stuff that should have been in the book that were actually in the book. So no. And yes, Ethan criticized the book, told him maybe he should do this or here, but overall he said it was a good book. As far as unhappy buyers, according to the people who bought the book and the people who actually, people like Eric saying that he's seeing return buyers, I'm pretty sure it's majority of people that loved ISOM 1 came back for ISOM 2. The unhappy buyers you see are the people that hate Eric July and just wanted to tell you how bad the book was. So keep that in mind. Well, let's jump over to Rippaverse Goalposts Twitter account. We're actually going to start with this video here from Pop Counterculture. Eduardo is one of Eric July's bigger detractors, which Rippaverse Goalposts does a video on his biggest detractors. It'll be linked below in the description. Please watch it. It's very good. This is the video here. Let's listen on in.
He calls them customers, which tells you a lot about where their head's at. And then it's not just that, but let's be real here. ISOM costs $30. Those
It costs $35 for the dumb people.
trading cards, they cost $100 right?
Yeah, and they're very well put together. That's probably why they cost $100, because they're not regular sized trading cards. They're lenticular, which means they are essentially holographic and 3D.
Like Eric July, here's what I think.
There are reasons for the price points that he puts in.
Here's what I really, truly think about Eric July, deep down, as a person, right? I think Eric July clearly has some daddy issues, and I think the right wing is just full of guys with severe daddy issues.
Eric July is not right wing. Eric July is libertarian. That's not right wing.
The right is just dudes who can't figure out how much they want to be their dad or how much they hate their dad and shit like that. You know what I mean? Who, according to his own words.
And I guess people on the left can't decide whether they want to be skinny or fat.
Kind of had a complicated relationship with his father. And we all saw how he talked to Bob. He kind of let those daddy issues out in the open in that debate there for a minute. I don't think Eric July really...
Eric July got mad at Organized Chaos, or aka Bob, because Bob believes that children should be taught inappropriate content in middle school.
Really enjoys doing the content that he does, like at all. Like you really just kind of see him sort of like checked out when he's going through a lot of this stuff, and it's such lazy content. Like, he disrespects his audience so much that he'll make a video where he's just reading a review just so at the end he could be like, oh yeah, no, be a libertarian or some bullshit like that, that's the inevitable fucking outcome of it if they were to get what they want, because it's not any black actor's like fault
I don't think Eric July does that at all, actually.
That most people don't go watch original movies. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of actors of all races would love to be in more original films. I think a lot of Hollywood creators want to make more.
They clearly don't want to make original films, considering not Twitter, Disney wants to remake everything, and then just race swap the characters from white to black, like they did with Little Mermaid. If Hollywood had any real original ideas, it seems like Christopher Nolan seems to be the only one with any original ideas nowadays. They would be making it, but they don't.
Original shit. When unfortunately the market just is not going in that way. So the foundational argument is inherently fucking like racist, you know, just like straight up fucking racist.
Yeah, it says the guy who called Eric July and Uncle Mom. I'm not gonna actually say the word. I'm just putting it out there. You know what I mean.
And I think Eric July's whole role, not just within this sphere, but also as a libertarian, also as a member of the Blaze, is you know.
Yeah, and you also say that Eric July is the token black guy of the Blaze. That's why they have him around. No, not because his commentary is useful to the world. Not that he's very intelligent when it comes to the socio-political space. No, he's just there because he's the token black guy, according to you.
To be the black face of things that are clearly racist, you know? Like, it's pretty fucking racist to complain about, you know, black people being taken over all these white roles when there's literally no
That's literal racism. That's literally what that is. And you're essentially telling black people that they're not good enough to have their own original characters. They're only good enough to have the sloppy seconds of white characters, is essentially what you're saying to black people with these race swaps.
fucking alternative for them in the cinematic fucking landscape, you know?
So, of course, we have him respond to Lauren's shout out.
He calls them customers, which tells you a lot.
And he says, yes, I stand by everything I said here. So you have it on record, on video, that he stands by everything he said in this video. Right? This is the video you can watch here by the Rippaverse Goalposts YouTube channel. It will be linked below in the description. You can go ahead and watch that. It's a video on the major detractors of Eric July. But we shall be moving over back to here to read what else people have to say. Frosty says, none of your friends read your comic. None of them posted a video nor a tweet with their thoughts on ISOM after they got their copy. Nina claimed to be so excited for it, but then didn't read it for 7 months until she was shamed into reading it. And then she ended up posting her review saying it was actually very good, and that she's looking forward to see where the universe goes and how the universe expands. So, again, people get busy. Not everyone has time to sit down and read stuff when they have other things going on. She does have a YouTube channel. She had a calendar at one point. It's like she has a lot of other things going on. But now let's jump over to Mr. Dick Masterson himself, who seems to be so intelligent that he can easily figure out the type of fraud, supposedly, that Eric is doing with his charity work. But of course, you have ASE Presents Riley, very unhinged dude who wants to work out and hold down Eric July and shave him like a psycho that he is. I love Rippaverse fans. They're the most entertaining NPCs ever. Calling, of course, Hail the Lord NPC. Says the guy again who wants to hold down Eric July and essentially assault him by shaving him. It's very weird. But Dick goes on to say, no, the comic charity doesn't need comics. We read emails from the CEO on the show. They need money. I bullied you into giving them 8K. No, you didn't. Because he gave the 8K well before you even knew about the charity, you dummy. But you're still withholding money that belongs to cancer kids, about 6K. Fork it over, Eric. Can someone crowdfund this moron a Grammarly account? In response to him saying this to this guy, come back with your real account and we'll continue, because Eric July actually doesn't like talking to sock accounts, is what he calls them. And then he released this statement about Eric July, saying he released a bizarre deflection video after I caught him defrauding a charity. This is in reference to a video, I think it was like a 15-minute video of him talking about the whole donation and charity stuff. He claims that he's in the red on the charity donations because of his rent/overhead. But that's not how charity works. Ongoing business expenses cannot be taken from charity donations, especially when you claim 100% of your quote charity purchase is tax deductible and the receiving charity can produce a receipt. The receipt would be the full value of your donation. You're committing fraud, bro, and I think you're too stupid to realize it. Because he put this here. Meanwhile, he's had this here since the donation options went live. But again, Dick Masterson is too stupid to realize that he's not very smart. Whatever he did falls under the umbrella of a badge charity. You cannot just take money to cover the cost of the comic and then only send the comic. You need to send the money too. Apparently, because Wikipedia is the arbiter of all truth. Whatever July is doing is called badge charity fraud. Yeah, you're just gonna believe the weirdo on Twitter who just pulled a Wikipedia page. But it's actually worse because he's not the registered charity. In his case, 100% of the amount paid for quote donation ISOM comics should be going to the Cancer Kids charity. That's $17K, not $8. By the way, you want to talk about grammar? Meanwhile, you fucked up right here by putting $8, not 8K, because you're dumb. And we'll read this. It says overall, less than 8% of the foundation expenses, including telemarketing costs, went to pay for grants programs. Charity Navigator holds that reputable charities should spend at least 75% of expenses on programs. Mr. and Mrs. Kennedy did not respond to the risk request for comment made through the foundation and their other businesses. Now, I will pull up said comic book for kids charity, right? And we go over to the donate page. Or, hold on, go over, where is it? Mission. Our mission is very straightforward. It is to provide child-friendly comic books to children in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. So they're asking for comic books, you idiot. Where you can also help in Canada, we will as well. In almost every case, these will come as new comics from many publishers who support us. On occasion, we will also provide unread warehouse overstock. In all cases, we work within the medical facility's infectious disease policies. Your mission contribute. Regardless of how you help, you are making a difference. So yes, they are asking for comic books. You dummy. It's like, I don't understand why these people are so insistent about, well, the charity doesn't need comic books. Meanwhile, they're asking for it, and literally the charity is called Comic Books for Kids. Like, are you stupid? They literally have pictures of kids with comic books, dude. Like, I don't know how much more clear it can be. But again, we're dealing with stupid people. At the end of the day, we're dealing with stupid people. So, unless somewhere in here it doesn't say, you know, if you're a hospital and would like some child-friendly comic books, coloring books, or any items you can see above, contact us. Join this free program. Again, we're not dealing with smart people. We're dealing with stupid people. So at the end of the day, yes, the charity is looking for comic books, and Eric July is willing to oblige said comic books, asking the customers to pay half the price. They pay the rest. The book goes to the charity, and that's it. It's not hard for smart people like my audience and Eric July's audience. It's hard for detractors and haters to understand this because they don't want to understand this. They just want to find some weird gotcha on Eric July in order to make him seem like the bad guy or make it seem like he's doing some illegitimate stuff behind the scenes. But at the end of the day, Eric July is going to continue to win. We're all going to continue to win because we're all going to get books and animation possibly that we want that we're not getting from mainstream comics. So, and that'll be all for today, everyone. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button. Comment below what you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.